Hello, kiddos. It's Miss Ann again. I have a message and a story for you. The message comes from the Bible, and we're going to be focusing on the scripture that comes from Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 through 30. Come to me, all you that are weary and are carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I think before we can understand exactly what Jesus is trying to tell us here, we need to know a little bit more about what a yoke is. Have any of you been to the Amanas and eaten at the Ox Yoke Inn? The Ox Yoke Inn has this as its symbol. There's a yoke here, and it's a little bit hard to tell exactly what a yoke is from that picture. Their old picture looks like this. And here you can see that there are two oxen that are linked together with the yoke. Now, this is how they used to put animals together so that they could pull a heavy load, either a heavy ox cart or a Conestoga wagon, or even pull lumber to build a house. They would use a yoke like this, and they would put two oxen together that could work together and could share the load and help each other carry the burden. Well, this is what Jesus is trying to explain to us. He's saying, I will help you. Let's do this together. My yoke is light, and I will help you carry your burden. Not just your burden, but your joys. I will be there to celebrate your joys as well. So this is what Jesus is trying to tell us, that he's looking for a partnership. And we can find that partnership with Jesus. We can find that partnership with our church. We can find that partnership with each other. But that's the idea of the yoke that we're going to be put together. I also wanted to share with you a little bit. Being an ordained pastor, one of the symbols of being a pastor is to have a stole. And a stole is a symbolic yoke. I am yoked to the church. I am yoked to you as a congregation. I'm yoked to you as a friend. I am willing to be yoked with you, to be a partner with you in helping you carry the things that you have trouble carrying, whether they're worries or whether they're illnesses. I'm as a pastor, I put this yoke on as a symbol to tell you that I am willing to be a servant and be yoked with you. And this is what Jesus is trying to tell us. But we don't just look for a yoke. Jesus is saying, don't just look for a yoke with Jesus or with the church or with your family, but we can be yoked together as friends as well. And that's what my story is about. I have a book that I want to share with you. So I'm going to turn the camera around and share this next story with you. This story comes from a Canadian author. Now, Canada is celebrating a national holiday with us. Actually, theirs was July 1st and ours is July 4th, but Canada Day was July 1st. So I thought I would choose this Canadian author to share her story with you. Her artist has decided to choose pictures that will illustrate some of the native people of Canada and celebrate their life. But this is also a story about friendship and how you take care of each other, how you can be yoked together with a friend. This story is called You Hold Me Up, and the author is Monique Gray Smith, and the illustrator is Danielle Daniel. And I want you to know that I got this book from Scholastic Books, and so it's very accessible, and it's also at the library. You hold me up. You hold me up when you are kind to me. When you share with me. When you learn with me. You hold me up when you play with me. When you laugh with me. When you sing with me. You hold me up when you comfort me. When you listen to me. When you respect me. You hold me up I hold you up. We hold each other up. You hold me up. This is what it means to be yoked together, to hold someone up. And this is what Jesus wants us to do with each other.